Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Delightfully Chaotic. I'm Tamara. Hi. Hi. I think I missed a week. I think I didn't really have anything to really talk about last week, so I was like, oh, whatever. But I'm back, period. And it is episode 8, niggas. Episode 8, niggas. I'm doing great, fine. Um, that's what I tell myself anyway. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Everything's great. Um, what did I do this past week? I went out of town to my nephew's graduation party. That was fun. My niece had a graduation that Thursday before, and then we went out of town on Saturday. Just a 3-hour drive. With my parents. They don't really like to drive anymore, and I feel really bad about like them driving on their own. They're not like super old, but like, you know, they just get kind of like squeamish on the road, like long road trips. So I was like, yes, I'll go. And it was fun. It was family, all of that. So it was a good time. I got my car towed the other day. Something was wrong with it. I went to leave and it was just running kind of weird. So I called a tow truck. So car things, got it out of the shop, everything's fine. But my mechanic, he's like, your engine, like it burns oil, so you're gonna have to like make sure you're checking your oil every here and there and put it in yourself. And I'm just like, I am abundant. I am at peace. I am calm. You have to talk to yourself. You have to do these affirmations to calm yourself down. I literally almost crashed out. But my car's out of the shop. Everything's fine for now. I have to just remember to keep on checking my oil. How fucked up is that? But I'm grateful to have a car to get from point A to point B. So there's that. Nothing else really interesting has happened for me. I just dyed my hair today. I bought some henna dye from Sally's and it says dark brown, but it really looks black. And I don't know. I want a lighter color. I really want to do like a honey blonde like I've done before, but I don't know. I think I'm going to post a little. I recorded practicing my content, whatever the fuck that is. And I just recorded like me doing it and everything and how it came out. It came out okay. I mean, I don't know. It covered up the little ombre thing that I have going on from when I previously dyed my hair honey blonde like 3 years ago. But these things is growing, my locks is growing, so I don't know how to act. I'm just swinging it, huh? What? So they growing, so like I don't really like the ombre look anymore. I'm just gonna make it all like one color. Eventually, I'm gonna start getting lighter and lighter. I just need to find the color. I know in my mind what I want it to look like. I just can't find the color that I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a brown. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Ooh, wow. Let's get on to this best. Let's get on to this best, honey. Because I don't think there's anything interesting. Literally just saw this before I started recording. Aaron Pierre and Teyana Taylor. She debuted her, I think it's a visual album, and I think it's called, what is it called? I don't know what the album is called. She has a visual album that she just debuted. I don't know if this is like the trailer for it, if it's not actually out yet, but I am perched. I am ready, honey. I am perched and ready to go because this teaser with Aaron Pierre and Lakeith Stanfield, it is steamy. It's giving just like it's intense. It's sexy. It's just like raw. I love it. And they're tongue kissing. Her and Aaron are tongue kissing in this trailer, and everybody is losing their shit in the shade room comments. And I'm like, yeah, it's hot. And the only thing I can think of is Iman like seething. He already hates her for what reason we don't know. Insecure nigga syndrome. I don't know. He already hates her. But this, he has to be seething. He has to be like crashing the fuck out because she just keeps on winning. She keeps on winning. And she seems like a decent person. Like, you're fine as hell. You're talented. You can sing, you can dance, you can act. You got one of the prettiest niggas I've seen in a long time. I'm not even a light skinned, light eyed person. Like, okay. But that nigga is fine. You're just, her energy is just so bomb. So bomb. So yes, if you haven't seen it, it's on Shade Room. I'm pretty sure it's on her actual page. I want to see what the name of what the name of the album is, honey. What is the name of the album? Teyana. Oh, she's just everything. Oh, I forgot she's in a movie where she's pregnant. Oh, I forgot what it's called. Okay. Escape Room, the visual album coming August 2025. So yeah, that was a trailer. Ooh-wee. And that's why we've been seeing them together. I'm looking at my friend's comment on her page. Like, girl, that's why we see them together. It's all for her album. Period. That's crazy. That's my actual friend that I know in real life. That I'm just looking at the first few preview comments, and like her comment is literally right there. Oh yes. So yeah, I mean, when we started to see them, I was like, yeah, they're probably dating. They're probably just like having fun. She's newly divorced. You know, he's hot right now. So yeah, it makes sense. But it didn't really make sense at the same time because I'm just like, I don't really see them. They're too pretty. They're both too pretty. People are losing their shit in these comments. People are so excited. Yes. She's giving the visuals. She's giving visuals. Lakeith looks so adorable in here. Aaron, I like when Aaron has facial hair. He doesn't have facial hair in this. Oh my god, that body, them arms, Henny. What was that show that he was on Netflix? And it was like a racist people, Rebel Ridge or whatever. His arms. That's when I first was like, he got some. I love when niggas have those big ass arms. Mm. Yeah, that shit was hot. Please go find it. It's I'm ready. April. August 2025, period. We waiting. We're gonna wait for that. My throat is already hurting and I haven't even been talking for 8 minutes. Jesus. Travis Hunter gets married with no prenup. Let's see what this is about. Surprise, surprise. Jaguars first round wide receiver cornerback. I don't do the sports. Travis Hunter reportedly does not have a prenup agreement with his new wife, Leanna Lene. If you don't sign a prenup, your state's laws will dictate how assets and debts, we know what that is. This is a notable decision, and it's unusual for high-profile athletes to forego a prenup. Oh, he's only 22. Jesus, Hunter 22 gifted his new bride a $200,000 Mercedes-Benz at their wedding, and it is expected to sign a 4-year, $46.5 million fully guaranteed contract with the Jaguars. That includes a $30.5 million signing bonus. He is so adorable to me. That smile, honey, it's like he looks like he's smiling really, really hard, but he's probably not. But he's just like, he's so adorable. And he's like my nephew's age. My nephew has just turned 24. I hear a lot of people in the comments saying that when they were dating, when they first started dating or whatever, he would drive her to these parties and he would just sit outside in the car and wait for her. And I'm like, wow, really? But then I'm like, well, maybe he didn't want to go in. Maybe he's an introvert. Maybe she likes the party and he doesn't. That was kind of odd, though. Like, I'm pretty sure he was pretty popular in high school or college or whatever. And how old is this nigga? Is it college or high school? High school, college. I'm sure he was pretty popular. And, you know, that's just kind of odd that a popular, talented football star or, local football phenom is just like, oh, I don't want to go into the party. I don't know. That's weird. But he just looks so innocent and so naive. I think we're all just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a pregnancy announcement before the end of the year. And I wish them all the best. Because, girl, Handy Boo Boo. Somebody in the shade room comment said, you know, one actually there was somebody in the shade room comments that actually knew her, or he was in circles where she was in. So he was like, I know her, I know her cousins, I know her people, and she's not a good person. Like, he actually said that. And oh God, he's gonna have to learn, he's gonna have to just learn. Maybe we'll all be proven wrong, but I'm really happy for him, and I loved seeing that video of when he won the Heisman, and he was talking to his dad, and his dad and his friends were all around his dad, I guess in a living room, and they were just like hyping him up, and they were just so proud of him, and he was just so proud, and he was crying, and I think his dad is in prison. I don't know if it was a halfway house he was in, but or maybe they were actually in jail. It looked like a house. Anyway, I love watching that video. It's just so raw and just like authentic. And his dad is like so proud of him. And niggas now. Like, oh, your son play football. Oh, your son, he be balling. Niggas love that. Niggas love to be that nigga that has a talented ass son that can like play the sports and do the things. Like, that's like the biggest achievement as a black man, as a straight black man, to either yourself be like really um physically, athletically talented, because that's like so, it's so, what is it? It's so masculine. It's just the most masculine fucking thing. It's just so masculine. And niggas love that. So I was like, I know he's so proud. Aside from the fact that that's his kid, niggas just they love that like super masculine, like, I do all the sports and I do all the things and I get all they love that. So I know that he's really proud of his son. I think the judge let him travel to go see him get drafted and all of that. So that's good. Bless his heart. Latto's talking about her body count. Well, okay. I think somebody confronted her. I don't know if it was a friend or if it was a skit or whatever, but he was like, "Why are you always talking about your body count in your songs and in interviews? Like, why does it matter?" Da, 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 da. And she's like, "Because it's a flex." Like, da 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 da. It sounds like she's only been with one person. In one of the interviews that they showed a clip of, she was saying that he is her first and last. So she was most likely a virgin and probably had never slept with anyone else. So when you say you have a low body count, that's pretty damn low, and that's great. But she's beautiful, she's talented, she has resources, she knows people who know people who know people. She could be out here not necessarily being a hoe. If she wanted to be a hoe, that's her business. But she could just be out here like exploring and dating, and so you're just gonna, oh, that's it, just one, thanks. And this is coming from somebody who also would have what people would consider a low body count. I think it's probably like moderate. I don't know. I haven't slept with a lot of people, and but what I'm saying is, it's okay to not have slept with a lot of people. It's okay to sleep with hundreds of people. It's nobody's fucking business. And that's the thing. Like, again, that I say with the society shit. And she's wearing it like a badge of honor that she has a low body count. So what? Congratulations. And it all stems from this patriarchal purity, whatever the fuck. Virginity isn't even a thing. If we're really gonna keep it funky, it's really not even a thing. Do what you want to do. Sleep with as many people as you want to fucking sleep with. No one has to live your life but you. And I noticed that too. I was like, why does she talk about her body count all the time? Like and people in the comments, oh, it's a flex. That's a flex. I don't know why people are mad at her for not being promiscuous and blah, blah, blah. All this, like, what is it? Virtue signaling? I mean, I don't know I don't know if that's what it is, but so you only had one sex partner and you're relatively young. Like she's not even 25 yet, is she? You've only had one sexual partner. How many has he had? And don't say it's different. Men will say, "Oh, it's different." It's not different. Women have sex for pleasure as well. There are women who naturally have just like high sex drives, and that's okay. You're not better than anybody else because you've only had one sexual partner or less than five. Because the guy was like, "So you brag that you can count your sexual partners on one hand." She said, "I can." How is that a flex though? I don't think either side of the coin is a flex. It's just people living their damn lives. But how is that a flex? Y'all are just so annoying. Just let people do what they want to do. And if I ever meet a guy who asks me how many people I've slept with, that's the end of the conversation. Because that's none of your business. And again, this is coming from somebody who has what is I would consider a pretty low body count. As soon as you ask that question, because that makes me think, if you're asking that kind of question, then I know the type of nigga that you are, and I know how you think. So no, man. No, man. But I guess congrats, Latto, on your body count. I hope that nigga ain't getting no bodies on the side, because that's what niggas do. I don't want to be that bitch to say it, but congratulations, girl. He's probably way older than her, too. People say that it's 21, but why would she be with 21? Like, why? Again, beautiful, talented, can get anybody. Why would it be 21? And it could very well be. I mean, I know they say he's married, but I always thought that he was married to stay in the United States. I mean, he has kids here and stuff, so I always heard that it was like like a business kind of thing. If that's the case, then that doesn't even matter. But why? And he's way older than her. So how many bodies does he have? It's just this disgusting, like, double standard, like, oh, it's different. It's not we were taught to, it's just natural in us to do it. We just do it, and there's no emotion, and we can just do it. But y'all, it's emotional, and y'all not meant to cheat, and y'all not meant to. Shut the fuck up. If a woman wants to have sex with whoever she wants to have sex with, that is her business. If she doesn't, that is her business. Lotto. And it's also, to me, it's kind of like a pick me kind of thing, because it's like niggas, like, they love that. They love how many bodies she got. How many you got, nigga? They love the women who brag about not having slept with a lot of people. Meanwhile, they just out here, legs wide open. Legs wide open, just drilling anything they can. You're not even using butt wipes, but you always got your booty out, just drilling everything that you can with a shitty booty. A lot of niggas don't know how to wipe themselves, but they be out here fucking. Could you imagine that? Like, you don't even know how to wipe yourself after you use the bathroom. Either you don't know or you just don't care to. And then you be out here just knocking them down. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. The edible has been in the room for a minute. We're just rocking and rolling. And hush, Latto, girl, hush. Please. And please date around. Like, if take a break from this nigga, whoever this nigga is. Just experience more than one dick, please. And I'm not even like a super sexual like person. I have a lot of shit I need to unpack in my sexual journey and stuff. But just do explore. Okay? Cause I trust me, dick is plentiful. You might find one that's better than his. And at least you could say you had that experience. It's okay to have experience. And that's the other thing. Like, niggas don't want women to have a whole bunch of bodies. They don't want women to have like a whole bunch of bodies, right? But at the same time, you don't want to be having sex with a virgin who doesn't know what she's doing. So which one is it? Is it Uchi Wally or is it one mic? You can't have both. You want a woman to be experienced enough to satisfy you and know what she's doing, but you don't want her to be so. The thing is with men who, I think I remember saying this before, but maybe not. The thing is with men who are offended by women who have a high body count is because patriarchy, once again, antiquated views on the roles that men and women play in the bedroom or intimately or sexually, whatever. And these assholes really believing that we don't have sex for pleasure. It's just for procreation, right? Okay. These niggas are so offended by women and intimidated by women who have a high body count because they are going to be the women that are not going to let you just get by with the 1-2 little stroke that you give Keisha. You know what I mean? That's not going to work with her because she's experienced enough to know how she wants to feel, how she wants to make you feel. Like, she knows she's experienced. She knows what she likes and what she doesn't like. And she's at a point where she's not going to fake it. She's going to be looking at you like, that's it. That's it. And so I think a lot of men, because they're not fully confident in what they can bring to the bedroom, they want to be in the bed with a woman who doesn't have that many partners, because the 1-2 little stroke they be doing, it really impresses the fuck out of them. But what I'm going to name her Tanya. I don't know who's named Tanya anymore. Tanya like, nah, that's it. Okay. She's gonna make you feel less of a man. And they don't like to feel that way. They like to feel like they knocking you down every single time. They like to feel like they just busting your back open. So Keisha's gonna be her nose gonna be wide open because she's only had 3 partners, and all of them. The thing is, a lot of women. There was some kind of statistic or some shit where a certain percentage of women, they didn't start having orgasms until they were like well into their like later years, like 40s, later years, Jesus, like older, right? Usually like 40 or plus or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, a woman has to have sex with multiple men, I believe, before she really, because a lot of men don't really know what they're doing. Again, I went off on a tangent. I say all of that to say that the men who are just so turned off and just look down on women who sleep with a lot of men, they're insecure because they know that what they have and what they bring to the table, it's not going to be enough for you. You're not going to fake it. You probably won't be outright rude, but he's going to know that that's not what you're used to. And you're not going to appease him and, pretend that he's doing a great job. You're going to be more aggressive, maybe. Women who have who have had many partners, they're probably more sexually free, fluid, they're more comfortable, obviously, and they're probably going to be the first to kind of like get the party started. And then men say they like that, but then some men get turned off by aggressive women. But again, I'm saying all that to say these kinds of men are intimidated by women who are just sexually free and have no shame in it. That's why they don't like Meg Thee Stallion. But you want all those things that she represents, but you don't want her to have autonomy over her own body. You want to be the one to sexualize her and to whatever. You don't want her to do that to herself. That's no fun. You're supposed to be like, anyway, Latto, go to hell. Smokey Robinson countersues accusers in $500 million defamation lawsuit. This is 3 days ago on the Shade Room. On Wednesday, Smokey Robinson filed a defamation lawsuit against 4 former housekeepers who accused him of sexual assault and abuse earlier this month. Robinson's lawyers also filed a motion in Los Angeles Superior Court to dismiss the claims against him, arguing that they were filed under false means. Lord Jesus. The complaint filed against Robinson follows after 4 employees, identified as Jane Does, alleged that he repeatedly sexually assaulted them in his home. And they all 4 of them, and I talked about this previously, all 4 of them had the same story. And I believe all 4 of them were also immigrants. And they were afraid of, you know, losing their job and being taken or whatever. This is like, no, backsies. So they sued him originally for the sexual assault. He's countersuing for $500 million. There's a special place in hell for this man. I wouldn't be surprised if he was at some of them Diddy parties too, child. He's countersuing. Are you insane? Imagine being those women and just the mental anguish that you're going through when you see shit like this. You already had to go through the physical, emotional trauma and stress of being sexually assaulted by an old man. Sexually assaulted, Trump's old man. I know that. I'm not saying whatever. Yes, of course, sexual assault by anyone is fucking terrible. But God bless y'all. And I'm not even being funny. God bless y'all. I pray that these women get everything that they're asking for. I pray that whatever this countersuit he's doing gets shut down, because what the hell? He just out here, dick all out. And the wife, ugh. You see, the wife was horrible too, child. Child. I started watching, I think I have like an hour or so left, but I saw the full Cowboy Carter concert. I think she was at MetLife a few days ago. It's really good. Like, I saw the snippets online, of course, like everybody else, and I was like, okay, it's really, really good. Some parts I didn't like some of the songs I didn't know, like some of the slower songs, I didn't really like those. I think I fast forwarded. But overall, I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's really good. And she remixed a very quick mix, but she remixed Uncle Luke in America Has a Problem. Like, it's just her mind, the way she does these montages and the way she does the transitions. And, Cowboy Carter, I don't know how many songs are on that album. It wasn't my favorite album. I don't know how many are on that album compared to Renaissance, but I'm thinking maybe she's doing some of her older stuff too, because to kind of like be a filler in between the Cowboy Carter songs, like maybe they're not enough to do a full 2-hour show. But also, she knows that a lot of her fans are like lifelong fans that love all of her songs, like especially like the top songs. Like she sung Diva, and another one. She did Diva during Renaissance too. She always calls back to her older songs in all of her concerts. And I think she does that because she knows that not a lot of people might not like the current album, or well, I'm not gonna go because I don't like the songs, but she's gonna play old shit. Like, it's just she did her ear for music, and it's just the way she arranges everything. And like, if you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. But when Blue comes out and she does her little solo dance for America Has a Problem, at the end they go, "Don't stop, get it," like, and it sounds so good. She's just everything. I didn't get to Protect Her yet, but no, what I was saying about the Cowboy Carter song. So she starts out with her old stuff, and then she goes into Cowboy Carter, and then the visuals, like the little interludes that they play on the screen. Oh, she's just I guess when she's getting, when they're changing the scenes and changing clothes, like they play these visuals and the like little stories, and it's just so rich, and it's just so much, right? And it's just so good. It's so good. It's juicy. Uh it's like it's just but her ear her ear for music and arrangements and how things flow. So she would do Cowboy Carter. She'll do like one or two songs from Cowboy Carter, and then she'll switch to one of her older songs. She did My House. She did some songs off Renaissance, and she would like. But when she was transitioning back to Cowboy Carter, it was seamless. Even though it was a whole different style of music, it was just seamless. It was like, okay. Whew, I didn't get to Protector. Protector is where Rumi comes out, and I really love seeing her on the internet. She's so cute. Like the first few nights, she was so super hyper, and I think I talked about it. I'm like, yeah, she's a regular kid. She probably doesn't have a screen in front of her face 24/7, so she's actually a normal kid. Like the blue screen didn't affect her because she doesn't look at a screen all day. And yeah, but I I like watching the Roomy parts, but she's just a kid. Again, she's a kid, and this is no shade. She's a kid, and kids are just rambunctious, and they're hyper, and they're fidgety. And I think I posted on Threads. Somebody posted a video of her, and I said, "Children require so much patience." God knew what He was doing when He broke my biological clock. I don't have a biological clock. I don't have that thing in me that says, "Hey, I need to have a baby." I don't know why, and I'm fine with that because I'm not a patient person. I'll be like, "All right, sit down now." Okay, sit. That's me as mom, and that's why I don't have any kids. You're welcome. Okay, sit down. Go. Mm-mm. Go over there. Thanks. So like, I would be, my child would be in therapy as soon as they realize what the fuck therapy is. Oh yes, sign me up. And so yes, I'm aware of that because I'm just like, this little girl is just so, and she's, Beyonce is so patient. She's so patient with her. And she's not even doing anything wrong. She's just being a kid. But it's just, ugh, okay, stop. Just calm down. I be wanting to trip these little niggas in like Target and shit, running around me. Go sit down. Walmart. Ugh. I literally want to just put my little foot out. So this little boy run by me one more time. Again, why I ain't got no churn? That's why. I made the conscious decision. That and the fact that I just didn't have the desire to do that. I made the decision to not. And I'm still fertile, so hopefully I can hold to that. I've been celibate since 2019, so I think I'm good. But yeah, she's adorable, and I did see people who were talking about how she was the first few shows versus how she was like the fifth show or something, and she was a little bit more mellow. And people in the comments saying they gave that baby a melatonin. They gave her a melatonin. They gave her a pep talk. Blue is the manager. Blue's everybody's manager. So Blue had to talk to her and get her together because she was obviously very much more calm, and she was almost being sarcastic, like sarcastically. And I don't know if she was doing it intentionally, but it looked very sarcastic, like waving. And she was very calm. She knows the word. She knows. She does her little thing where she crosses her arms in front of her. That's the one part of the choreography she does, and she's adorable, baby. But and you got two of them. She got two in that house, baby. Mm. But yes, I'm gonna finish probably tonight. But yeah, it's a great showing of the full concert. I don't know who posted it. It's obviously like an actual camera. It's not from someone's phone. Like, this is in production. This looks like something that would be on HBO. So it's great quality, and I think I'll probably finish that later. Period. Oh, yes. I know I wanted to talk about something. That damn statue. I know I'm a little late to the party, but that damn statue got y'all in a tizzy. Lizzo posted, I don't know when she posted it. Somebody actually reposted this. Lizzo stood outside of the statue. She stood in front of the 12-foot statue in Times Square. And she has on jeans, a white t-shirt. She has on what looks like some braids in her hair. She looks really cute. And she has her hands on her hips like the woman in the statue does. And she's looking out. She's standing right in front of the statue and striking the same pose, and she looks like the woman in the statue. She looks like the statue. She looks like a regular black woman. She looks like I look in Walmart at any given time of day. I'm a size 12. I wear jeans and t-shirts and I have locks. um she looks like a regular, she looks like me, my sister, my auntie. Like, she looks like us. I believe that the artist, oh, don't get me lying. I believe the artist is a black man, and his work, that's the style that he does with his work. Like, I saw a snippet of the other statues that he's done, and that's the style that he I think that people were offended. I don't know why they were offended by it. Especially it's a black man who designed it. I don't believe that there was any kind of malice or anything. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up this really quick article. Okay, his name is Thomas J. Price. Why does Thomas J. Price's monumental statue of a black woman in Times Square make people so mad? This was May 12th, artnews.com. I ain't finna, no, I don't want to sign up for nothing. Okay, thanks. On X, viral posts have labeled Thomas J. Price's sculpture Grounded in the Stars 2023, a 12-foot tall statue of a black woman now on view in Times Square, a sign of a very sick society, quote unquote, and a harbinger of the death of civilization, quote unquote. But online rants are one thing, and a real world response is yet another. And so earlier today, I ventured to Times Square myself to observe how tourists interacted with the sculpture, located not far from the TKTS booth. I don't know what that is. Some people were confused, dispirited. I don't know what that means. I watched as Black woman stood before Prince Price's statue and mimicked the works posed by defiantly placing their hands on their hips. Oh, I love that. That's what Lizzo did. I watched it, but yeah, while that while that woman was having her picture taken, a white man went behind the sculpture and beamed as he palmed its buttocks. Of course, it was a white man to do that shit. He too had his picture taken by someone who accompanied him. Meanwhile, the woman continued to pose on the other side. Ah, I don't see anything wrong with this statue. It again looks like a regular black woman. And I think some black women were like, "Oh, it's a mammy. Y'all always gotta do the mammy, mammy." It looks like a regular black woman. It looks like Queen Latifah or Kim Coles or, I mean, come on. It looks like a regular black woman. It look like your mammy. It look like your black ass mammy. There's nothing wrong with the statue. Get over yourselves. Y'all niggas that's talking about, oh, I saw a lot of women like mad about it. What, you want her to have a 40-inch bust down? Eyelashes that look like the eyelashes that look like Snuffleupagus? Snuffleupagus? What's the nigga name with the elephant trunk? Snuffleupagus? That nigger. Yeah. Yeah, the lashes. You want her to have the nails with that thick ass French tip? Rhinestones? She gotta pop her booty out and do the peace sign, duck her lips. For her to be like, come on, it looks like a regular fucking person. And y'all who don't like it, you hate yourself. And you probably claim yourself to be an Instagram baddie because that's what you want her to look like. Shut up. A regular person. I think it's fine. People were just being so stupid over it. Mammy. She looked like yo mammy. There's another statue. Oh, I like this one. He on the artnews.com website, he's posing next to another statue. I like that one too. This statue, probably the same height, of a woman. She has like a bun in her hair, a t-shirt, and maybe some sweats. And she's just, and it's the same style. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Go to this website, artnews.com. That's where the article is by Alex Greenberger. Yeah, so I love it. I think it's great. I like to see the comments of everybody saying what I just said. Oh, she looks like my mom. She looks like and feeling represented. What else was she supposed to look like? A housewife? Huh? Was she supposed to look like Nene? Y'all need to grow up, bro. Like y'all really need to grow up. Seriously. Statue is fine. Go to hell. Carmela, I really didn't want to talk about this because this was 6 days ago. So Carmela Anthony, he's going to be tried as an adult, faces life in prison. I just want to talk about it briefly. I don't really have anything profound to say. I just pray that he does not. I pray that he's not convicted of this. I pray that because I mean, he literally was just able to go to his high school graduation. Like he literally just graduated. His whole life is ahead of him. And I was going to say one mistake, but was it really a mistake? He was defending himself. And I absolutely believe that these two little white piece of shits were probably terrorizing this boy every chance they got. He's a kid. Did he have to really do that? No, he could have just shown it and just, threatened them, but that probably would have made it worse, right? Who knows what he was thinking? But 17, I just pray that he doesn't. I pray that his fate is not prison. I pray that he's able to beat this. And so, yeah, if convicted, Anthony could receive life with parole eligibility after 40 years. Jesus. And they know they wouldn't do that for a white kid. They know for a white kid, he probably would have got like 5 to 10 or not even 10. 5, however they do it, 5 years or something like that. Not even. But not the death penalty. So he wouldn't. The Supreme Court has said you can't even get them life without parole. The Supreme Court has said you can't even get them life without parole. I don't understand what that means. Am I crazy? Wow. That's scary. I pray that this is going to be interesting to watch. And I just pray that it goes in our favor because he's once again a black kid, and he could be my nephew. He could be, whatever. So I just pray that he beats it and he's not convinced. On a different note, I want Papoose and Remy Ma to take us out of the group chat. Me, I don't care if y'all want to or not, I can't. I try to limit my social media until I'm looking for something to talk about. But I'm tired of seeing y'all. Remy Ma and Papoose, are grown. Like grown. And I never really paid that much attention to them. I did think that they were a cute couple, and I really thought, oh, they're gonna be together for a little minute. He really seems to be super in love with her, and he waited for her while she was in jail. But then I heard people saying that he was messing around while she was in jail. Um, they just had this cute little hood love story. And now they're divorced or trying to get divorced. He's dating Clarissa Fields, who is a boxer. I don't know her title or anything, but she's pretty pretty young. She's way, 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 way younger than him. And it's just so messy. And I just want them to stop. Like, I just want them to stop. I just take me out. Take me out of the chat. It's just ridiculous. They're just like calling each other out, and like y'all have each other's phone numbers or no. Or no. I don't want to see that shit every time I go online. Stop. Girl, they got the they got the court documents. Remy Ma looks good though. I think she has a filter on this little video. I think her hair is out. If that's her hair, I don't know. She looks good. I don't think she has any makeup on. She looks amazing. The filters be the filters be playing with my emotions. I be trying to be a big dog and be like, I ain't gonna do no filter. Because I don't want to get used to doing filters and then you're just used to how you look in a filter, and then when you see your natural face, you're like you're completely like you're completely taken aback. And I don't like that feeling. I want to get used to liking the way my natural face looks. And I'm getting older, so I really never had a real like skincare regimen. But I'm really trying to get strict on that as I get older, and I just want to have like a really nice skin. So I'm thinking about making my own. I found this recipe online for a honey yeah, like a honey facial wash. So it's like you get the what is the soap called? It's some soap. I bought it from Amazon. It's like a all-purpose kind of soap, and you mix it with the honey and stuff. And the soap already has like jojoba oil and almond oil in it. So I'm gonna try to do my little holistic skincare recipe or whatever, and I'll let y'all know how it go. But period, I just want to look. I want my goal skin is to just, of course, look at my phone and take a picture and not have to use a filter, because them filters is as great as they look. I want to love how I look without it. I'm not to say I don't love how I look, but this iPhone be playing with my feelings too. So I don't know if it's the lens or whatever. Um, but she looks great. I want them to take me out. Take me out of the chat. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so I have a new little segment that I want to call Weird-ish. I like weird shit. I do. I like to be on YouTube and just look at conspiracy theories kind of things, but not like Pizzagate shit, but like common sense kind of stuff. Like I like spirituality kind of videos, and just things that are like mystical and things that people don't believe are an actual thing, but absolutely are. Like I absolutely believe that um there's different dimensions. I believe that there are different realms and dimensions and different timelines going on at the same time. I believe that. So I came across this video. I love this girl. Her YouTube is the Black Cauldron, CLDRON, Black girl. She's dope. And so she has compiling the videos. She has those kind of videos where she, shows other TikTokers and everything, and just basically their experiences with different like mystical events. So this one was about time travelers. And I was glued. I was locked in. I was like, oh, because I really do believe that there is a way to leave this realm or this state of where we are and go into another one. I do believe that all of these past experience and the past, it's still going on. The future, everything is running. The past, future, and present, everything's going on simultaneously. And I think it's just a loop. And yeah, I do believe in time travelers. If you believe that there's a God, you have to believe in something like time travel because there's a God who created the whole universe. He created the heavens, the earth, the universe, everything. He created other dimensions, other lifeline, other timelines. He created other, there's so many other things in this life other than just this 3D world, right? And so this video, it was just a compilation of a montage of different TikTokers telling their experiences. So this one guy is like, he has a little shed behind his house. And so one day he wasn't home and he saw someone going into his shed. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And so he just sits there and watches his Ring camera, I guess all day. He was just watching it, watching it, watching it. He didn't take his eyes off of his Ring camera. The person never came out of the shed. They never came out. He called the cops to go over there. The cops were like looking, they're like, "We don't see." He never came out of the shed. Like the video showed it. Yes, it could have been manipulated, but he never came out the shed. Then I don't know how much time passed. He showed another video of what seemed to be a different guy coming out of the shed just randomly. He's like, he's just walking out of the shed. He's like, where are these people coming from and where are they going? And he kind of looks up at the Ring camera, but this guy has like, he looks a little different. Still, they were both white guys, but he looks like he might have been older than the person who went in. So the guy was thinking it was the same person, but he was just younger when he went inside the shed. And then when he came out, he was older. I don't know. And so I was like, wow. Because looking at the video, you don't see anybody leave the shed. You don't see anybody going in. They're just coming in and out of it. Is it a portal to something? I don't know. And then it was another video that somebody showed where they were recording something and in the background you can just see somebody just appear out of thin air. And they just started walking around. They just appeared out of thin air. They just started walking around. Photographs and video of the olden times. And there's people with like what look like cell phones in their hands. Like it sounds very like conspiracy, Hotepi or whatever, but you have to think about things like that. I 100% believe in time travel. And my question is, how do you do it? Is it only certain people that can do it? Like, do you have to like go into like a meditative state or something? Like does one time travel? You know? And do you control where you go? Girl, look, my black cats can't go too many places. Can't go to the future, really. Can't go to the past. Can't. I could probably do like the 90s. The 90s. Those were good. I'll go back to the 90s if I had any control over it. That's the one area. The 80s, 90s, I'll go back there. It wasn't the best, but damn it. I take that right now. I'll take some 90s. I'll take the 90s right now. I'll definitely take the 90s. But yeah, this is something to think about. That's weird-ish. Um, I also saw a video about vampires, but I don't really feel like talking about that. Because, like, they were talking about their encounters with vampires, but basically they were saying they were energy vampires. And one of the vampires actually told the person, like, yeah, I'm an energy vampire. I just took your energy. I was like, okay, bye. Anyway, TV and teens. Let's talk about TV and teens. I finished Handmaid's Tale, and I don't know if I talked about the last episode on here. I probably did. But this is going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to hear it, please fast forward. So yes, I finally saw Handmaid's Tale and the last episode, and I didn't love it. I didn't. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. The episode before that was more exciting. Those two episodes before the final were more exciting than the actual final. It was more of her just reflecting on, her whole time in Gilead and all the things and the people she met, the experiences, and um Janine, I don't know how or why, but they were able to get Janine to come back. So they went to the border and they brought Janine back. And then I think her name is whoever the lady is who was Lawrence's wife. She had Janine's daughter and she gave her back. I don't know what happened that made her change her mind. Maybe the fact that Lawrence died. I don't know. And she was so fucking annoying. She gave Janine her daughter back, and that was cool. And that I don't really remember much else. I do remember her still, her daughter with Nick and her mom came from Alaska, so they're all together now. And she was sad because she basically is going to leave and go try to find Hannah. So she still has to go back to try to find Hannah. So she was like telling her daughter, I'll be back, I have to make it safe for all the little girls, right? So that was pretty much it. I really thought that she was going to get Hannah. I really thought that she was going to get Hannah. I don't know why I thought that. And I was just expecting for her to be like, because it's been like maybe a few years. I think, even though it's been 6 years, 6 seasons, I know they haven't been in Gilead for 6 years in the show, right? Is that what I am to assume? Hi, please don't judge me. Anyway, I just thought that they would have had because when the guy who was helping them, I don't know his name, when he brought June, he was like, I need you for a second. Like, I need you to come with me. He brought her to the woods to the border, and there were cars driving up. And she was like looking like, who is this? And I was like, oh, they got Hannah. They found Hannah. Because earlier in the episode, they were talking, her and the guy were talking about Hannah and how she still wants to find her. And he was like, well, because Hannah was on the West Coast, I think, the West side, the West Coast. He was like, things are changing and everything in Gilead. So Hannah's dad or commander is moving to DC, so she'll be closer to you. So she's like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So, but she still ended the show, which is still basically trying to figure out how she's going to get Hannah back. I just thought they would have got the damn girl back because I feel like this is the last episode ever. Like, we're never going to get another episode. So, but maybe that was intentional because there is another show that it's like a spinoff of The Handmaid's Tale. I believe it's an actual thing because when I saw it, I was like, this might be AI. I forgot what it's called. I took a screenshot of it. But it's basically, it has a poster with Lydia on it. It's called Talesman. It's called The Testaments. A Handmaid's Tale spinoff is officially in the works. A new chapter is coming. A Handmaid's Tale spinoff series is on its way, set 15 years after the events in the original show. The upcoming series will center Aunt Lydia, a brand new cast joining her in Gilead's chilling aftermath. Fans of the dystopian saga can expect fresh stories, new power dynamics, and a deeper look into the full future of Gilead. So maybe Hannah's going to be on the Testaments, and then June will be making appearances because she's still trying to find her. I don't know. Maybe it was all intentional because I was very kind of disappointed in the final show because that was the last one. It's like, okay, I guess that's it. Still didn't get her back, but she's looking for her. I don't know. I wasn't really impressed. I saw Final Destination. It was good. I hadn't seen those movies since I was like in high school. It was really good. I really liked how they did the storyline and how they tied everything together with the previous. That's the perspective I got. They tied everything together from the previous movies, and it all kind of made sense because it's kind of like an origin of how, to me, how I received it is that it's like an origin story of how the whole death thing started. So it's pretty good. I would give it I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's good. It's not amazing, but it is good. You know, it's gory and stuff like that, but it's good. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. What else did I watch? I watched an episode, Shan bOdY on YouTube. I think it's called Lovers and Friends. She has a channel, one of her channels, and she had Jessie Woo. I love Jessie Woo. I follow her on YouTube and I have followed her podcast. She was a guest on Shan bOdY's. I don't know if it's a podcast. I guess it's a podcast called Lovers and Friends. I believe it's what it's called. I don't want to get to lying. But it was a really good interview. She talked a lot about her experience with sexual abuse and how it basically shaped the way she views sex now as an adult. Shan Boodram, but she also calls herself Shan bOdY. Lovers and Friends, yeah. But she talked about how the experiences that she went through being sexually assaulted by a family member and then gaslighted by her family. She talked about how it affected her as far as her love life and her sex life as a grown woman. And she said things like, I don't, what did she say? She said something because it was exactly how I feel sometimes. She was like, if I have sex, I have sex. Like I can go a long time without having sex. Like I don't. She was basically saying that she doesn't care about having sex. But she knows that, now she's in a long-term relationship with someone. She knows that, I'm with this person. So I guess she's saying she would feel obligated to, appease them in the bed and have sex with them. But she very much gave, I don't like having sex. But she also credited her partner with just kind of like working with her and, because I'm sure she told him most of what everybody else knows about her past and stuff. But yeah, it really kind of resonated. I wish I could verbatim uh, repeat what she said, but those were along the lines. Like she just was very like, and then she also said that she got used to violence in bed. I didn't really catch what she meant by that. I guess because I think she was equating that to her being molested. I don't know. It was a very good interview. And like it was literally like she was talking about me. Like it was a very, very good interview. Um, I resonated with a lot of things that she said about sex. I don't really I've had sex since 2019 and I don't care. Like I don't know if there's something wrong with me. I never really had like a huge sex drive, but I also had sexual trauma in the past. So I have a lot of things that I need to talk to a therapist about. Still, my notification is still going off every day, and I still have not found a damn therapist because I just feel like I need therapy for many things, stress management, anxiety. I think I might have ADHD, and then also like the sex stuff. So like it's hard to find one that just fits all of that. And then that's another damn bill. What does this lady want to see me every week? That's another damn bill. It was just like, I know I need to talk to someone, because when I do finally find someone that I want to do that with, and that's going to be something that's going to take a long time for me to even feel that way about somebody. Like, I don't know how many dudes I'm going to have to like date before I actually want to sleep with one of them. Like, oh, this is exhausting thinking about it. But I don't want to have that baggage. I don't want to have, being completely in my head and not being able to like relax and let go. Like, I don't want to have that, you know, I don't want that to be a thing. So yeah, I really do need to find a therapist. Long story short, I'll probably do it next week or whatever. But yeah, that's basically my life. And I will probably, I don't know what I'm gonna finish the Beyonce concert thing. And yeah, just vibe out. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and all of the things. And I'll be back next week, niggas.